What's going on YouTube? This is KicksArt, back with a sneaker drawing of the Medusa head Versace slides. Now, something I really want to point out with this drawing in particular is, let's look at the Medusa heads on the top of the slides. I'm gonna be real, it looks pretty bad right now in terms of the stencil work, and even after I go over it with some coloring, with some shading, in my opinion, it still looks really bad. Now, there's a silver lining to this. One, if I'm gonna be honest, like, I am not the best artist. I think I'm okay. I think I'm learning every day, and that's the most important part too, is not where you're at right now, but where you're at a year from now after you keep practicing. So this is one of those drawings that I really want to revisit after a year of me doing this straight, to see how I progress over time. A lot of these drawings, like, I don't have these slides, I don't have half these shoes. So when I look at these reference images, it usually gives me a pretty good idea for how I can go about doing the shading, the line work and such. With these slides in particular, the Medusa head is really shade driven, and there's so much tight detailed work that has to go into it to making it look realistic. I'm gonna do my best to get this look, but I don't think it looks that good. And if you agree, you're probably right. Like, I'm not gonna lie with you. So art, like anything else in life, is a learning process. So while I don't think this looks too good now, I do want to come back in a year and see how it's going to look then, because that's how it's going to show my growth, not only as a YouTuber, more importantly as an artist. If anything, take this away from this video. Not everything is going to look good, even if, you know, you try it on your first time. What counts is that you tried it. So after doing this Medusa head Versace slides, I learned one thing. I suck at doing the Medusa head Versace slides, right? So self-awareness is a great thing. I know I'm not the best at this. I will come back and do this in a year and see how I've improved since then. If after a year I still suck at the Medusa head, you know, detail on that, then maybe, you know, I'm just really bad at this. But that's okay, we'll get to that in a later date. If there is a silver lining to this piece though, I will say I think the shading for the actual sandal part of the shoe is pretty good. I mean, I'm getting a little better at my shading as days goes on. A lot of this is a learning process. So if we compare my drawings from the beginning of my channel, you can go back and see some of my original videos and compare them to the drawings I've been doing recently. There's a huge difference. You can still tell it's me, you can still tell it's my style, but in terms of skill overall, there's so much I learned. And I want people to understand too, you can learn a lot from your failures, right? If anything, understand that every time you fail, you should be learning a lot more about yourself as an artist, and you should be taking at least something away from that loss and make it a win. So if you think this drawing looks pretty bad because those Medusa heads look more like deformed King Tut's heads, you know what, you're right, and I agree with you. And all I can say is, sorry, I tried, it looks okay, right? Just forget that those Medusa heads are there and it looks pretty dope. We're gonna be real. The stencil is available for you down in the description down below. You can download it if you like, you know, drag it over to your desktop, save it to your phone however you want. And if the Medusa head looks weird, well, just know I tried, and hopefully a year from now, it can look a little better, right? At the very least a little bit. So we're gonna see how that works. I have some interesting things coming up for this channel, probably gonna happen towards the end of the month, but I have a lot of goals for this channel, a lot of things I want to do this year for the channel to make it different, to make it new. I have a lot of different comments that are coming in that have some pretty good advice, so I want to implement some of that to the channel. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see me draw your favorite sneaker, please leave a comment down below, let me know. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.